All right, good Saturday morning, everyone. As we get the weekend started, we have partly to mostly cloudy skies out there over Midtown, nice and dry for now, but that will change as we head through the day today. We do have a first alert for some fairly widely scattered storms that'll be on the way as we head past your lunch hour today. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Courteney Jacobazzi. Hopefully your morning is off to a good start after what for a lot of you was probably a short work week. We have some good news and some slightly bad news. Of course, we have the chance for showers and thunderstorms today. But the good news is we only have one day in the 90s on the way over the next 7 days. So maybe fall trying to settle in. Maybe that's just our sign. So let's talk about it. We do have a stalled front that is draped over the southeast, already bringing rain to parts of the Carolinas and South Georgia. That will help spark showers and thunderstorms for us as we head into the afternoon and we continue to heat up. So that is a first alert for us today. That will stay stalled over us the next couple of days. So expect the chance for showers and thunderstorms even as we head into Sunday and Monday, but the coverage will definitely be less for Sunday and Monday. Let's take you through today as we head towards noon. So if you have any lunch plans with family or you're heading out to one of the many events going on today, of course, this is the time that the UGA game kicks off. We have Georgia Tech playing this afternoon. Should be mainly dry, but once we head towards 2, 3 o'clock, we'll have the chance for more widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, and I think between around 1 and 6 p.m. is when we'll have the highest coverage of showers and storms. Could maybe have a strong storm or two. Also in East Georgia, it looks like from Athens to Gainesville up to the foothills of the mountains, we could have some storms train, which could lead to maybe some localized, isolated flash flooding, something we'll be watching today. Here's a look at that excessive rainfall risk. So again, from Athens to Hall County into the foothills of the mountains, maybe a chance for some isolated flash flooding. And of course, we know that Atlanta doesn't hold water very well with all the concrete in the roads, so we'll just be keeping an eye on it as some of the rain and storms today could carry some fairly heavy downpours. If you are heading to the Georgia game today, they're playing Ball State at noon. I'm sure a lot of you have probably already hit the road if you are there, unless you're watching from your home in Athens. But by 1 o'clock, the chance for maybe a few storms, and then 4 o'clock, when the game is probably starting to wrap up, around 40% coverage of rain. And if you're planning on heading out afterwards, should be mainly dry. Will be drier as we head towards sunset, but we will keep the chance for maybe a few storms, especially east of the city as we head into the later evening, which could lead to some patchy dense fog tomorrow morning. Overnight lows will generally drop into the low to mid 60s tomorrow, so it'll be another comfortable morning. Tomorrow, slightly lesser coverage of rain, about 30%, 84 degrees for an afternoon high, again with a few storms mainly past 2 o'clock. And we will keep partly to mostly cloudy skies both days with that chance for some patchy fog in the morning. The cloud cover will really help keep our temperatures near average for this time of year, which is 86 degrees. So as we go through the week, again, that front is going to stay stalled through about Monday, and then another front will start to push in on Tuesday and into Wednesday, which will slightly increase our coverage of rain and then usher in some drier and cooler air for Thursday and Friday. So we'll have an unsettled start to the week, a little warmer as well, with temperatures in the 90s on Tuesday, and then that front will sink south, and that will help usher in some drier and cooler air for the end of the work and school week, which will be super, super welcomed and pleasant. We'll only be in the low to mid 80s, mornings in the 60s. It'll be really nice. If you are a fan of the cooler weather, if you are saying, come on fall, be here already, looks like you're in luck. We do have some cooler than normal weather likely as we head through mid-September. So when you take an average of the 6 to 10 day forecast beyond the 7-day, it does look like we'll have some cooler than average weather. Average this time of year is around 86 degrees. So that would be very nice, especially if it comes with some dry air, which typically this time of year it does. So if you're already starting to think about fall, all the fall activities, I know a lot of the apple orchards are already open and stuff. It seems like we'll have some pretty nice weather and seasonable weather as we head through the next several weeks. In fact, slightly below seasonable, cooler than average, which will be great. It'll feel fall-like, hopefully, as we head into September. We do also have something to talk about in the tropics, a couple of things, rather. We have Hurricane Lee, Major Hurricane Lee, and we also have Tropical Storm Margot. So Hurricane Lee is a monster of a storm. It actually weakened. It was a Cat 5. Now it's a Cat 3. It ran into some wind shear, which essentially shakes them apart and tears them apart. So that helped weaken it to a Cat 3, but it is expected to re-strengthen back to a Cat 4 tomorrow. And then we also have Tropical Storm Margot. That storm's struggling as well. Neither of these storms have any kind of threat to land, but we're still going to keep track of the tropics as they continue to brew. We're heading closer and closer to the peak of hurricane season. Again, here's Hurricane Lee. If you had any plans later this week, maybe you're going on a cruise to the Bahamas or something, this shouldn't really impact that. Might make for some slightly rougher seas out towards the Bahamas, maybe along the Atlantic coastline. But other than that, it's not going to make any kind of direct impact on land for now. So something we'll still watch, but overall, if you had any travel plans for any reason in the week ahead, that shouldn't impact your travel plans. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, we had that first alert today for widely scattered storms, mainly after 1 o'clock today, mid-80s temperature-wise. Low 80s tomorrow with a pleasant morning. We'll be in the low to mid-60s again with some patchy fog possible. Spotty afternoon storms. And then we'll stay slightly unsettled and we'll warm up Monday and Tuesday. Highs back in the 90s on Tuesday, but that's the only day in the 90s on the 7-day, thankfully. And then Wednesday, that front continues to push in. We'll increase our coverage of rain on Wednesday. And then drier and cooler air will usher in. We'll be in the low to mid-80s Thursday and Friday with some really comfortable mornings. So if it's not already enough to look ahead to the end of the work week, if Friday already isn't your favorite day, the weather is going to be very pleasant towards the end of the week. So that alone is something to look forward to as we kick off the new work and school week. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning and make it a wonderful Saturday. We'll catch you here next time.